With 4 million sounds, what will you create? Take the free trial today.
Hello YouTube, welcome to a new Synth Anatomy video and to another video from the Superbooth 20 coverage or Superbooth 20 Home Edition. I'm on the line with Manu from Befaco. How are you?
Yeah. Hello everyone. Hello Tom. I'm fine, and you?
Good. Is Spain also for you so quiet and so easygoing actually? So
it's
no stress.
peaceful.
It's different.
Well,
yeah?
a little bit of stress if you still want to do, but I'm living on a big avenue, and right now you will be listening to the cars. So
I have here near me a big street with a lot of free trains and with traffic, and now at 7 it should be big heavy traffic and just nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna miss this.
But there's not only calm moments, but for you synth developers, you are developing, still working on new stuff, and you're not lying on the couch and watching TV. You are working.
No. Yes, big time.
And Befaco has something new for Superbooth 20 Home Edition, right?
Yes, we do. We took the opportunity that the real edition it's not happening to push forward all those designs that were half baked, but we managed to have a couple of models ready. We have other models that will be released and announced later in the year. But right now we have a couple of things to announce. So the first and most important, it's the CV Thing, which is a micro version of our VCMC. Let me show you my screen. Instead of seeing my face, we're gonna see some models. So here we have the CV Thing. As you can see, it has a screen as the VCMC. It's based on the same firmware as VCMC, but instead of having 8 faders, CVs, and buttons, what we have is only CV inputs. MIDI out, it's a TRS with an adapter, and the USB as the VCMC had. So this model, it's reutilizing the VCMC firmware, but it's focused to more portable setups. Some of our users gave us feedback saying that the VCMC idea is great, but for small portable systems, it was a little bit too much. Some people would like only to have maybe a line of notes and some CV to control some things. So we developed this one. So for example, this one, let me touch it and let it. So for example, a quick. Yeah.
So you created the CV Thing mainly due to feedback from your customers.
Yeah, basically, the things that when we were developing the VCMC, there were more ideas, and because you go crazy and say, and then we can do some upgrades, and then we can do this, and then we can do that, and then we can do a smaller version, and at some point you need to decide which one.
Can you just give us a little brief? What does your initial module, the bigger one?
Yes.
Because otherwise, I think people doesn't see what the CV Thing is. Yeah.
So let me explain what this does, because it's like a lit version and it's going to be quicker. So basically, this is CV to MIDI converter. Basically, you have 8 inputs here. For 8 CV inputs, and then you have MIDI out and USB, MIDI USB class compliant. So if you connect here to your computer, it will be recognized as a MIDI interface, as a MIDI controller, sorry, and then it will receive MIDI notes. Then here with this screen, I'm not sure with my webcam you can see it clearly. Let me try to move it a bit. So here with the screen, you can browse the 8 inputs, and then map it to any MIDI message you want. So the good thing of this screen and the VCMC was happening as well is that it's so easy. If you want to quickly map here on channel 8, for example, you want to connect it to CC 51. So pam, 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 done. So right now this.
So it's basically a CV to MIDI CC transformer.
It's a CV to MIDI. So yeah. I gave you this CC example that, for example, here these two are connected to volts. It's it also have a MIDI, so it will read the voltage with the volt per octave standard and gate. So when the gate is up, it will send a note on proportional to the CV you get, and then when the gate goes down, it will receive a note off. You can also map it to program change, to NRPNs to get 14 bits messages. Then you have all sort of gate-related controls like note on in gate and latch mode for mutes on your DAW. What else? You also have, of course, clock and start-stop. And pause and continue. So it's let's say that
I'm pretty sure that you saw a lot of users already of the module. So what in what cases you saw it? How the people use the module? In what cases or for what purpose?
Basically, what I saw is that basically people what they have been doing. It's shifting, slowly shifting the paradigm from a MIDI-centric setups where MIDI is the master and commander to CV-centric. So when at the beginning people were using maybe a computer and a few machines and a little modular, but then slowly with time it's shifting these big monsters of modular with maybe an iPad there with a little app or a little synth or a computer maybe for some routing. So what people are doing with this is to synchronize on a way with other MIDI gear, having then the synth to be the master. So for example, this model, this CV thing, the very importance of it is it's for people that do not want a performative thing. They don't want a MIDI controller, but they want maybe to have one note line and then a couple of CCs, for example, and that's it. Because, for example, in this case, what I have here, it's this Korg NTS1 little thingy. So for a Korg NTS1 and to implement it into your library, it will be just send a note and then open the filter or get some of the effect on and off. And with that, you have a very amazing voice to be added to your synth.
So it's a nice module for creating, for example, automations or so. Not only modular, but with the power of the modular, but using in software or hardware.
Exactly, or the hardware, exactly. So let's say that the CV world, the modular world, got to a point where with the new modules we have, there is a lot of power of control and very complex sequence and control generation, which is not that easy to find on other machines or on other environments. Of course, if you get a Max MSP or some complex environments, of course you can get to that. No, but let's say that people are starting to not only enjoy the workflow of the modular, but also the possibilities.
And if people are now interested in this module, but not sure what kind of module or what version they should take, the smaller one or the bigger one, on which decision you would say what makes more sense, or more on the size of their case, or is it more on the feature side?
I will say a balance. I can tell you my personal opinion. Because in the end, the world is full of opinions and full of persons. Everybody is going to think. But for me, for example, the VCMC model, the importance of that model is the performative side of it. You have buttons, you have faders, you have a MIDI controller there. A MIDI controller that also can be automated via CV and gate. But let's say that one. The faders give you the power to actually touch and control and see. No, it's more a MIDI controller. While the CV Thing, which is smaller, what it's giving you, it's of course you are saving the space, you are saving the money, because what you need is 2, 3, 4 features. We saw some people that they were using the faders a lot, but then if it's like the CV and gate inputs, maybe they were using only 2 or 3. So it also made us think, like, okay, so if they are not using like 8, or maybe you have a small thingy just to have simple things. So yeah.
Is there something other new? Maybe.
Yes.
You want to
yeah. Well, not new. It's something that it's. So we announced last year during Superbooth. We announced. A part of VCMC. VCMC was like the big announcement from last year. We announced the Percall. The Percall, it's the second model in our percussion series that was announced, but it got delayed. But now it's in production and it's gonna be out in May. So Percall is gonna be out in mid-May. It's going to be on all resellers, in all flavors. You are going to have the assemble model, the kit, the pre-solder kit, the PCB set, everything. So everybody is going to be able to give it a try. Just a short reminder, so this Percall, it's 4 VCAs with a decay envelope and volume for each of them. So what it can do, it's basically turn sounds into percussive sounds. So here, now, for example, I have in channel 1, I have an oscillator. It's out of camera, and then I'm triggering with the eloquencer. I'm triggering the envelope, and then I have here a nice thing of the module. It's a bit patched. You have the envelope outs. So with the same envelope that I'm firing and opening the VCA and sending it through an attenuator to the oscillator. So it's a way of doing percussive sounds, no? Like I can change, I can give the full envelope, and so you can do then here I have a noise source, a white noise, and then here. And then the nice thing is that you have choke. So so you could do open and close hats. So and the nice thing of this one is that you have volume for each of them. So you have the independent outs and volume. So what I have here is a submix. So here we will have our submix and then I can do with the CV Thing. I'm sending here. I have a little line with the chord, and then I can add. There is an LFO, for example, for the reverb. Do I have the reverb? No. Let's plug it in here. So the CV Thing, it's sending notes. And slowly opening the whole reverb on the chord. So yeah, so these are the two little fellas we have. We will have really love to share this with you and with everyone on the floor in Berlin. It's you know how special it would have been just to talk about this in person with all the noise and all. And then discuss how crappy our video was, having a VR. I really appreciate that you are. Yeah, we all miss the Superbooth vibes.
I miss this tunnel or this room where you are with all the other Spanish developers.
Yeah,
It's super loud always.
It's
But
yeah, but maybe you can crank some music up there, like some offbeat thing, just to get the feeling. Anyway, I wanted to say that I really appreciate that you are supporting the idea of the Superbooth Home Edition, because we all really would have loved to be in there. We all know how much pain it should have been for all the Superbooth team. So I think it's important that we show some support and some respect for the work that they did and the suffering, because I really can imagine the levels of stress that they should have with this one. Well.
I say always we sit in the same boat. We are on the same boat with media and developers, so you are welcome.
Yeah.
So, you want to say something?
No.
That's something different to the booths. The delay between connections. The module will be available when?
So Percall, it's going to be available. It's already in production.
Okay.
So it's going to be available next month. Our idea was to have it ready around Superbooth in order to have, like, okay, you can order it now. So you are going to be able to order it mid-May, more or less.
Okay.
So right now we are building them, preparing all the material. They're going to be shipping to retailers in a couple of weeks tops. So yeah, in May it's going to be on stores. And then the CV Thing, it's also ready, but we'll get into production after this one, as we are all working from home. Organizing our lives and organizing the Befaco mayhem, it's challenging, and we manage to keep it working, but we don't want to stress out too much. So we're gonna 1 month Percall, and then the next month we will have CV.
And price points?
No. Final price. We know for sure, we can assure that it's going to be a very competitive pricing. CV, if VCMC was like 300 euros, this one is going to be way below that price.
Okay.
We are aiming for. It was 300 plus taxes. This is aiming for 200 plus taxes, something like that. So to have something competitive in price. Percall should be a little bit more expensive than Keycall, but not too much. We are trying to keep prices under control.
Okay.
Right.
And
anyway, there will be an official statement soon.
Otherwise, people should visit your website befaco.org for all the informations. Yeah. Also, the price information that we will publish it there. And of course, we will publish it also on my side. I will publish the news as soon as possible. And also all the other Superbooth Home Edition news you find also on synaptin.com. Okay. Thank you, Manu. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And always a pleasure to have you. Big thanks.
Okay, thank you.
And from camera. And hope you again in one of the next Superbooth videos. Bye.
Okay, bye.